This portion of the video is sponsored by Onforu, and I'm just simply unboxing a product or a uplighting system that they sent me. And for those of you who've been around for a while, you know that this is not my first time using Onforu for any of their products. And I must say, I love their uplighting. If you check out maybe the last couple of my videos, you'll notice that I've used their uplighting on a number of my backdrop panels, and it just adds a perfect amount of light and the ambiance to the room, and it always brings an event together. So I want to show you guys what they sent me this time, and these can actually be used, of course, as well as the others can be used at your home, and that's what I chose to do with these. And these are just basically the RGB LED floodlights. I'm showing you the remote that they comes with, and I love the fact that you get two remotes. You get a remote per light, but one remote works for the whole system. So it just adds convenience to another reason why you need to get this product. It's also weatherproof. It says that it works in bad conditions, and I also tested the theory myself. When I put those lights out, I left them on, and immediately a bad storm came through, and I said, I'm just going to leave them plugged up to see if they really hold up. And it rained for a couple of days afterwards. The lights still work fine. So I think it is perfect for those of you who want to spruce up your outdoor area at your home. Even if you want to grab these for some uplighting for events, you can use them outside. I think they just add the perfect touch, and they give off great lighting, and you'll see that later in this collab at how they give off such bright light. And I'm just basically showing you how they come. These are a much wider dimension than the ones that I previously have. Again, I would even try these at uplighting my events, but for those of you who decorate for the holiday season, you got Halloween, you got Thanksgiving, and you got Christmas coming up. So for those of you who like to use uplighting to add to the outside of your homes, I think this is perfect. And I definitely plan to use these when I decorate for the holiday season, especially Christmas. Y'all know that's my favorite time of year. And it has all the lighting settings you'll need, as I showed on the remote. You can even set it as timed as you want it, or how long you want the time the lights to be lit up. So I'll show you in a minute how easy it is to set these items up. Now I'm showing you here how easy it is to get these things just unpacked, taken out of the plastic, and set up. I'd already set up this little staging area earlier in the day while it was still light outside. And I thought to myself, what better way to bring attention or to draw some light to this area at night than to use my uplighting? So I immediately went to grab my items and I plugged them in. It was so simple. I love that the lights already come with the kickstand, so you can adjust where you want them positioned or how you want them spot lit. And the only thing you really have to do is take off the plastic, plug them up, decide what kind of lighting setting or temperature you want to use. If you want to put it on the time setting, you can put it on that and just use them. I mean, it's just as simple as that, and it really doesn't get any easier. I really didn't even have to refer to the instruction manual for this. And as you can see, it is really bright. In a minute, I'll turn out the porch light so you really can get a good feel of how much light they bring to this area. And then I also show you, as seen here, how you can adjust the settings with that one remote. It works for both of them, and it just gets the job done. All right, now for the moment you've all been waiting for. I know y'all asked me to do this tutorial weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, but better late than never, right? So I'm showing you a few of the items that you'll need to get this done. You just need some Elmer spray adhesive. You'll need some polyfill of your choice. I opted to use gloves this time because the first time that I had done these, I got the spray adhesive on my hands, and it is very tacky. It has a sticky feeling even after washing your hands. So I didn't want to have to go through that hassle again. So here I'm just simply using my saran wrap that I have had forever. It was a bigger roll than this, but I've had this saran wrap forever to cover up the top portion of the acrylic stands. The acrylic stands that you see here are from Amazon, and I believe I did them in an unboxing a couple of videos back, or a few videos back. So you can refer back to that video if you're interested in the link. So I'm just making sure the saran wrap is covering the top portion of the acrylic stands just to give me some protection, because I don't want to spray the spray adhesive directly on the acrylic stands, even though I can. So that is just a small, I guess, do or donut for if you are deciding to make these yourself, or if you decide to use something else, you probably want to cover or protect whatever is going to be the base of your item. You can actually use chicken wire for this, but I didn't want to go that route because I didn't feel like really doing a DIY for this. So I'm just showing you guys the method that worked for me, the method that you guys love so much that brought out the centerpieces for a few of my events is what you can refer to. Now this polyfill came from a Hobby Lobby, and as you can see, it already has a cloud-like look to it. I love the way it looks, and it kind of sticks together by itself, but you want to use a spray adhesive to actually make sure you're mending it all together. So I'm just going to pull it out in batches, and then I will stick it where I need it. So I'm using the spray adhesive to just kind of give me a base for it, and as you can see, I just pull all of that out in one batch. I'm not pulling it out in pieces because I don't want to have to spray every piece. And then I'm adding both of those fields to the top and to the bottom of this item just to give it a foundation. And then we're going to go around in a minute and add in the rest of the polyfill. I felt like I was doing somebody's hair right here, like an afro or something, like I was spraying on like some oil sheen and then checking that just reminds me of it. So if you make these centerpieces yourself, let me know how it made you feel. I don't know how to do no hair, but I just felt like while I was doing this that I was doing somebody's head and doing it in an afro type. So I did the top and the bottom, and now I'm just going around on the sides. Again, the method to my madness is to pull this out in batches. If you pull it out piece by piece, then you're gonna have to use more spray foam or more spray adhesive. Now, in some of the centerpieces I did, I used the fairy lights, which you can order those from Amazon too, or if you already have some, or if you pick up some at your local party store, you can just wrap them around the base or right before this step when you're adding it to the sides. That way it gives the illusion of the cloud actually lighting up without you seeing the strings on the light. And as you can see, it's already starting to take shape. Of course, you guys can't see the imperfections that I can see in person. So I'm a perfectionist at heart. And what I'm doing is just adding my spray adhesive to the actual polyfill or the cotton or whatever you call it. And I am filling in the areas that I see have some lumps, some bumps, or if they don't look quite as even as I would hope them to be. And then I'm adding in the spaces that I show gaps. So I love this acrylic stain for this because it's forgiving. You're not worried about a color popping through. You're not worried about seeing like if it's gold or if it's silver, if it's popping through the cloud. That clear just blends so nicely with this. And again, I stated in another video that the acrylic stain just gives the illusion, or it takes your eye off of the base of this centerpiece. It draws your eye to the top where you actually can appreciate the cloud centerpiece that kind of floats on the table. And then at the bottom, you can use any kind of charms or any kind of artifacts or items, floating candles, just to tie in the look. So this is the first look. Again, I'm patting it down like an afro. That spray adhesive, I just put it in where I need it to be tacky. It's a tacky spray adhesive. Now, when you transport these, you're going to have to be very, very careful, because if they rub up against other things or if they bump up against other things in transport, then you're going to have to spray adhesive. Spray some more spray adhesive when you get to the venue. I didn't have that issue because I put them in my vehicle where I knew they wouldn't move, but this is just a better look. I'm starting from the bottom this time, spraying the spray adhesive directly on the saran wrap and using that saran wrap to give me the tack that I need to have it stick. Look at my baby, y'all. In cabinets already. He was just born. And I'm adding to the top right here, and then that gives me the top part of the foundation and the bottom part. And then again, I'm going around. I'm going to add, I look at it as, or dividing it into four. So I'm going to go around on all four sides, and then I fill in the spaces and the gaps and stuff as I determine whether or not they need to be addressed. So that's as simple as a tutorial can get, y'all. So I hope that helped, and I'm so glad you guys waited on me, and thank you again for stopping by, sticking around for this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell before we go any further into this YouTube journey. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, enjoy the rest of this video, and I'll see y'all next week.